But don't get it twisted. Despite a change in relationship status, Sabalenka is still engaged in winning.
There's certain things that you still carry with you, but I feel like every year is a new beginning, and I'm just trying to be as good as possible in each match I play without focusing on, I don't know, points to defend or what happened last year or this kind of stuff. So I feel like I'm pretty good in clearing the page, and that's why, like, I mean, pressure is... What is pressure?
What is pressure, Coco? It's a privilege, I know that.
It ain't nothing but a thing to Sabalenka. That's what pressure is.
Take a look at this. Made the finals, Chris, in 2 of the last 3 years. Starts her journey 4 o'clock Eastern today. What's it going to take for the world #1 to finish on top at the end of this tournament?
I think she's going to need some of the ballers in her side of the draw to kind of go out early. I think it's going to be tough for Sabalenka, even though she has been so consistent on hard courts and over the past 2 years, just in general. I think that her side of the draw is so tough. It's going to take a couple names falling out early and then kind of to make that path a little bit easier. It's tough to really bet against the world #1 in any situation, but it does seem like there are some names in her side of the draw that can cause her some issues, especially toward the latter parts of the tournament, because if those players are in the latter stages of the tournament, that means they're playing well, they're confident, so Sabalenka may have to deal with some really heavy hitters in her side.
I couldn't agree more with you, Chris. And those
isn't that nice?
I'm literally...
That's twice today.
I know.
I think you listened to the Big T podcast when we went through the draw, so you're just taking my own...
Of course I listened to the Big T
right?
podcast.
But this is the absolute death section of the draw. All the biggest names. You have Osaka, you have Mboko, you have Aryna Sabalenka, all in that quarter.
And all big hitters, too.
And all huge hitters. And a couple of those names Sabalenka has had trouble with. Even if she gets through this quarter, she still has Coco Gauff in the semis, and that is where, even if she does get to the semis or gets to the finals, you can't tell me that she's not going to be a little bit worse for wear going through all those big names. I know I would, having faced all those big hitters, because it's not about not getting through, but the score lines are going to be close.
Yep.
And the weather out here, whether she plays a day match, a night match, it's just a lot of wear and tear on the body. And when you want to be at your peak come the end of the second week, when you're facing the quarters, the semis, that's where you need to be as fresh as you possibly can. And given the names that are in that section, I find it hard to believe that she's going to be fresh as a daisy out here playing. She might be playing her best tennis, but the legs are going to be a little bit heavy. The arm's going to be a little bit sore. So I just can't see my money going to Sabalenka if we're holding the trophy at the end of the week.
I like her mindset. What is pressure? I kind of like that. If you Google Sabalenka right now, the top 10 stories that come up are about her engagement. Look at that thing.
Good God. Blinding.
12 carats, got some emeralds in there as well. It was actually designed by Dave Grutman's wife, Isabella. And is that a good distraction, though, that everybody's talking about that and not the tennis?
It could be a good distraction because she loves when attention is on her. She thrives in that regard. She's a big-time name with a big-time type of game and really enjoys the fact that she is the one that everyone is watching. That's where Sabalenka thrives. And she loves the night match at the U.S. Open. She loves the big stage. And for Sabalenka to have this weight off her shoulders that finally Giorgio proposed.
And a weight on her hand.
We'll see if she actually plays the match with it on her right hand. But it's one of those things that Sabalenka, I think, just thrives in. I don't think it's going to be one iota of a distraction. I think she's almost going to be just relishing in the fact that she's just flashing that bling right there.
Oh, look at that.
Well,
Just like
is
that.
everyone blinded like
What a coincidence.
Sabalenka?
Same, exact same. You know, we talked about it earlier with Sebi. He started to play some of his best tennis after he kind of got that engagement done. We saw it last year with Felix. Felix started to ball at the U.S. Open, had his actual wedding, got married, and then took off for that whole indoor swing. So same could be said for Sabalenka. Who knows?